Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast with Mike Kincaid and Jake Goebel. Join them as they experience specialty coffee and document their journey. These friends explore roasts and roasting methods, brewing equipment and techniques, and review the cafes they visit along the way.
Thanks, Brioni, and thank you for joining us for episode 108 of the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast, where Mike and I talk about my bad latte art. We talk about whether you should invest in a grinder or a brewer or both. Take a look at some videos and some Instagram feeds to help you out with your coffee game.
You don't want to be assaulted by your espresso.
No, you don't. And on that bombshell, welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. I am your host, Jake Goebel. With me, as always, is my sidekick who lives to serve me. His name is Mike Kincaid, and here's the Mike Boys.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Okay, he's not my sidekick. He doesn't live to serve me.
Fine. I need no defense. I'm secure.
They know.
I will wear the pink and purple shirt because I don't need to say anything.
Everybody knows already. Everybody knows already.
Yeah. Look at that, dude.
Everybody knows anyways.
His cannons are bulging out of that shirt. What?
Boom.
We don't have to worry about
it. Look at that.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay. Now we're on the no touch rule.
Go and make it awkward.
Oh, okay. Because the camera's rolling, now we're on the no touch rule.
That's a throwback.
Okay,
remember when we used to sit across from each other and talk? Remember? You go back in the early videos.
Yeah, I do.
I've had people say, hey, in comments, I've been here since you guys used to sit across from each other. Like, that's like a benchmark.
A benchmark of when we changed.
Yeah. And it was so awkward because you would just stare directly into my soul.
Don't break the gaze.
You just say.
Don't break the gaze.
And then you would.
Don't break the gaze.
Kick me under the table. I thought this setup was better, but.
It's not a kick under the table.
Now it's touch. It's like, it's going to be okay.
Sensitive.
Reach
just
out
gentle.
and grab my arm.
Just gentle. Just a little.
Yeah.
A reaffirming squeeze. A reaffirming squeeze.
The amount of pressure you apply in the squeeze can indicate many different things.
It does. It's a way of communicating.
Be careful how intensely you squeeze.
Absolutely. My kids know.
Sympathy, affection.
My kids know.
Encouragement.
Danger.
Discipline.
Danger, Will Robinson. My kids absolutely know.
Ooh, that was the robot squeeze. That was a little strong.
Get you little right above the elbow.
Actuator squeeze.
Right above the elbow. You not acting right in target. Get it right above the elbow.
The back underneath the tricep there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it's boom. Understand. Everything has been communicated.
No.
Your life is in danger.
That's because your boys are trying not to let tears come to their eyes. That's all they can do to force those tears back.
To keep from crying.
I'm not going to cry.
To keep from crying. So we need to.
Are you going to turn on the mic?
The mics are on.
Oh.
The mics are on. Everything's rolling. We need something. I was inspired.
We do.
We need something on this back wall.
We need walls with all our brewers.
We need shelves.
Shelves. That's what I was thinking of.
We need
walls.
shelves.
We have walls.
And we need artwork.
Artwork and shelves.
To that end.
Maybe.
To that end,
you commissioned somebody?
I commissioned a student artist.
This is perfect. As many of you know that have listened to the last couple episodes, we have another goal right of this year of 10K that has to be
10K.
Yeah, right. No.
10K. That's got to get spent.
We got to find ways to spend at least. We got to double that this year.
Absolutely.
So let's hire an artist to come in and paint a mural.
Yeah. No.
He was free.
She was not free.
Perfect. But
okay,
here we go.
I'm trying to support people. Like, here's a book
with your money,
and here's a little bit of money.
Support.
And
I'm with you. Joking aside, this sounds good.
Joking aside,
kind of.
This is kind of what we wanted, and so then, the question was,
whose question? Mine?
My
Yours?
question.
Hers?
My question. My question is, what do you think of? And I was waiting. I was going to sling it to you before. Oh, never mind. I can't. Never mind.
Did you meet this young lady driving around in your van?
It's not there. No. Nothing like that. Oh, never mind. I can't get to it. But so there's this.
Hey, you go to school here?
It's some artwork. Actually, working at Walmart. When I worked at Walmart, she was.
Oh, nice.
She's there and a student.
Oh, nice.
Locally,
coworker.
A design student, a coworker, and a. And what?
What?
Yeah, and a student.
Okay.
So I said, "Hey,
what's up?
Make me something."
Yeah.
And she made me something.
Nice.
And
here's my.
I'm going to show it to you.
Can you trace it?
And that's exactly what it's going to be. It's either going to be. I think I'm going to print it and put it up here. Now,
You?
No.
Your 8x10?
It's a picture of a coffee mug with a steam coming out the top that turns into a cactus. And it says Prescott, Arizona, and the saucer. The saucer says Orange Cactus Coffee on it.
I like it.
And she wanted to put a little religious symbolism in it, so there's a subtle cross on the mug.
Okay.
It's like
woven
subtle.
into the shadow and reflection of the mug.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
So, anyways, I want to print it and put it up here. Anyways.
Okay. So maybe you could do like one of the like the wall bangers. One of the
not that big.
Well, it doesn't have to be. They have different sizes.
Oh, okay.
They just are nice.
Well, I was going to go
They
through,
almost look like a mural. They stick.
I was thinking about going through Printful so that if people wanted to buy the same thing, they could.
Oh.
And I was thinking, remember we have that saguaro art?
Yeah, I don't believe you.
We should put that up on the wall. And the Orange Cactus Coffee script on the wall.
It should all go on the wall.
And maybe some
everything should go on the wall.
Posters of the big orange cactus on the wall.
Yeah. Make this a space.
A space.
That inspires.
Yes. Because right now it's just kind of boring and dull. And if you look at Gary V's, his backdrop, it's full of all kinds of cool junk.
Yeah. It would make it more interesting, I'm sure, for the viewers.
The
YouTube viewers, if they could look back. Look, there's that Yama that's never used.
There's the Yama Silverton. Did you know, Billy, that's a $120 dripper that they never use.
We could have a new segment too, right? Where we face the camera and we throw something behind us, and whatever it hits, we give it away next week.
That would be cool. What about if the Yama falls and breaks?
What did we hit? Oh, look at that.
The Yama Silverton.
The whole shelf fell down.
Boom, 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 boom.
I think you're right. Because we've got the billowing clouds. We've got the base.
We've got the base. It's there. The foundation of billowing clouds is there.
Which I think is appropriate for any of you that might have a child coming, expecting. Look at this, especially if it's a boy. I think it's got that nice, soft palette that's in the blue family.
Yeah.
But it's not too much.
No.
It allows you to do much. You can do a lot with the...
It allows you to do much. Yes.
Yeah, it allows you to do much with the...
It does. Muchness.
Like the throw pillars. The throw pillows.
Yeah.
And the accents.
Yeah. Throws and accents.
You could, yeah.
Perfect.
Greens, yellows.
I love that.
All works.
So that's what we're going to do. And I think if you want something on the wall, maybe you send it to us. And maybe it will go up on the wall.
Oh, nice.
Like you've got a poster for Tall Boy Roasters. You've got a poster for...
I like that idea.
Whatever, Bishop Woods, right?
Or you want to draw your own picture with crayons.
Or you want to draw your own picture. We've created relationships with other roasters out there. People that are like humans that roast coffee.
I have.
Mike has. I have not. That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true, Mike.
You've created probably more than me. Because I pretend to be you. Surprise.
Oh. Do you sign off as Jake on stuff?
Well, the social media handles that you think you operate under are really just kind of shell accounts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
everyone that communicates with you is actually just me stringing you along.
Speaking of social media accounts,
we added one more, didn't we?
We added another platform that we think you might like to join us on.
It's the new kid.
It's the new kid.
He's got kind of a cool backpack. Not sure about his hair. Maybe he's cool.
Yeah. But it is called Vero. Vero? Vero. V-E-R-O.
Vero.
Yeah.
Vero.
Vero.
Maybe the O's silent.
So it is the drawback. People are like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this group because they reserve the right to charge for usage later. That's what they do.
They do.
And they're saying, we want to be Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, without ads.
A refined social media experience.
And the things that they allow you to share a little easier, photos, music, books, places.
Essentially any type of media.
Any type of media that you have or that you want to share, they want to make it easy for you. And it is... It's a pretty platform.
It is. I thought aesthetically it looked cool. What I thought was neat, and I think it will get better, is not only does it make it easy to share, but if you find somebody and you follow them, it's easy to look through their catalog of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can go, what books have they shared? What videos do they like? You know what I mean? And it kind of just makes it easy for you to sift through. Excuse me. Knocking the windscreen here. And see what they're about. So I thought that was a cool approach. Now, they did just announce, because their first announcement was the first million people that sign up get a free account indefinitely.
Oh, okay.
And then they just said, hey, we blew past 1 million. We're extending the free account at this point indefinitely until further notice.
Okay.
So I don't know the details. Does that mean you get it free for the life of that account? Maybe. That's what it sounds like. Or does that mean until they change the terms, service, and conditions on you?
Yeah.
Where you have to pay $3 a month for the platform or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. But anyway, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. So check it out. If you need another social platform to engage on, I think for us, it's not that we want another one, but that it could potentially be something big.
Yeah.
And if we can get using it sooner and just kind of post some more content, create some more relationships, you've already interacted with a few people.
Yeah, you just do the same things. You can search by hashtags. You can look at profiles. You can, reach out to different people, and there's really no fronting left. You know what I mean? There's no fronting because nobody has lots of followers. Everybody's new. Yeah. So everybody's on there being like, follow me, please.
Building it.
Everybody's like, I don't know
it's like
how
everybody's
to use
new
this.
to the school.
Yeah, there's questions out there and people don't know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
what I did like about it too, one of the features I noticed is there's kind of initially 3 classifications of interaction or following, right? You have an acquaintance, you have a friend, and then you have like close friend or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can pick whenever you're doing a post real quickly, slide a little slider. What audience is this intended for? And it makes it real easy to curate. Like if you just want to share something with close friends, maybe you're saying something that's only for their ears, you can choose that. I know you can do that with Facebook, but it just looked a little slicker. It's like up front. It's like that's how they're building it. That's a foundational feature.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyhow, check us out on Brewer. Please subscribe, follow, comment, like, and ding the bell if there's one. I haven't seen it.
And I don't know if there
might be a bell.
Bells to be ding dong.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So what's up next? What you been working on, Jake?
Well, I want to answer this question real quick.
What question? Good.
How do you like your Bonavita? John asks on Facebook. He said he's on his second one. And this is a kettle, an electric kettle.
The with little gooseneck kettle?
With the gooseneck kettle, the swan neck.
The swan
neck kettle.
Swans.
For pouring pour-overs. The picture that you just took that you tried to mock me with, people like.
They're loving it. They're offering to help you. I feel sorry for you.
I haven't had any problems, and I assume you have similarly hard water. What do you use to descale? I only use distilled water with third wave water.
Coffee snob.
Yeah.
Well, it's key. I mean, it's nothing new. The water you put in your equipment, whether it's a batch automatic brewer or pour-overs or kettles, it makes a difference for the life of that product, especially like an espresso machine. So, So what are you saying? So,
am I a coffee snob?
You are a coffee connoisseur. What does snob mean? I think snob also entails you're into something and you look down on others who are not.
I don't look down on anyone. I don't look down on anyone.
We just pity them.
But here's the deal.
Wait.
You want a great experience. And I don't want to get you ranting, but part of me does. You want a great experience, but you don't want to put in the work. You have believed the lie that you've been told that you can take a magic pill and get the body you want. You can, sign up for my 6-week program and you can get the job that you want. You can, subscribe to my newsletter and you'll get all the secrets that you want. You know what I mean? If you just do this, if you find the right person to get married to them, all your problems will be gone.
Happily
it doesn't
ever
take
after.
Happily ever after. Once you meet, once you lock lips, once you kiss, right? Cinderella is good to go.
Soulmate.
Done.
Hashtag.
Got my soulmate, and now there is zero work to put in. I just have to have kids, and then I'm done. They're going to be great.
I like it. Where do I sign up?
But it's not true. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes planning. Anything that's worth doing, anything that's worth having is going to take some work. Yeah. Like we want passive income. What is passive income? I have never met anybody that has passive income unless their daddy was rich or mama was rich. No. And I'm not mad at you for it, but all I'm saying is that somebody worked for it. Yep. Somebody did something. Yep. Even if it was just showing up at the right place at the right time and asking. Someone did something to get it. Like if you look back at whatever, I don't want to open up no big cans of worms, but
big cans.
You know, like if you look
Maybe
at
a little can.
the largest land owners here locally for us,
real estate,
is a family.
Yeah,
they didn't buy the land. It was kind of like a land. It was deeded to them by the government. You guys want
this?
I
don't know what you're going to do with it, but you can have it.
Hundreds of years ago, but the family was there. They were working the land. They were ranching. And then they were able to maintain businesses and use it responsibly and pass it down from family to family. Something happened. Like you might have a little something, but it's not passive. Nobody that got anything just by getting it.
No.
You have to put in some work. And guess what? I buy distilled water. I use the third wave water additives that Mike bought to give you in your coffee when you buy it. I use it for myself because I'm a selfish turd. And if I ever run out of distilled water, I use purified drinking water.
Next best thing.
I use the next best thing. And what are you doing? What are you doing? If you can't, for those of you who can't see at home, because you're not watching YouTube, you're listening.
Wait.
Al the ab is cramping up again.
That was bad.
We are drinking coffee. We are drinking.
I had a nice segue. And speaking of the water, what water did you use for this cup in front of us?
Same thing. This is the same thing. This is the Honduras Aquilino that Mike is having
kind of like the fifth iteration
of this
roast. Yeah.
So it's a great bean, but we're trying to find, where does it fit? Is it a saguaro? Is it a king cup?
Tell me, where do you want to be?
Where do you want to be, Bean? Where do you want to be?
Speak to
because
me.
We know that the Kenya is going to be a king cup, and that one's ready to go. That's a good nectarine. Yeah. That's a good stone fruit that you've got going on there. Yeah. But this one is from Honduras. Honduras Aquilino. You've heard us talk about it before. I've read all the stats and everything on the Daily Ristretto. I don't want to bore you with that, but this is a good coffee.
You like it?
I do like it.
I think it's the best, in my opinion, yet. And for the most part, I would say that's because of the sweetness that we're getting out of it. You know, it's not as vibrant and acidic and, you know, a salting of stone fruits that you would get from others. It's funny because we were just talking about how this coffee can almost like become different things to different people. It's almost like it's like you think you know me, you don't know me,
but you don't. Throw a little cream in me and
find out what happens.
But it would have to be subtle. You wouldn't want to put a whole bunch of cream and sugar in here. You'd ruin it. You're ruining it.
He's gonna be like in the King Cup category, but the one that says, I'm a little different than the rest of you, and I'm okay with that.
He's going to be in the King Cup category saying,
he's got like the long hair.
You can serve me neat. No cream and sugar. You can bring me to your king. Take me to your leader. You can take me to your master. But here's the thing. If the wife asks for a cup on the way and she brings a little international delight to the party, I'm not going to kick him out.
I got you.
Don't
worry about it.
I'm here for you.
I'll tone it down.
I'm going to take care of you.
It's kind of what it's like.
Don't worry about it.
I've secretly made this for the wife, my wife, who does like
creamer. Oh, you're married?
Oh,
what?
Yeah, I know. I haven't introduced you yet.
Shocker.
It's only been 6 years. But, and I feel bad sometimes doing it, but it's the only true way to get a non-biased opinion. It's like serve it and then just sit back and watch. You know what I mean? Just kind of, how was your coffee? Was it too acidic? Did it work well with that creamer? No, it's good. So, you know, I think you're right, but I think we're pretty close. We're pretty close to production.
And the guat is that.
What?
The guat is the, what did you serve me this morning? It was really good. You know what I mean? The Guatemala, the saguaro, is candy in a cup.
I really like that coffee.
It's candy in a cup.
I really do like it.
I like it a lot.
But this is good. So
this was brewed on the Chemex.
So
J Dizzle gave me my Chemex back. I didn't think that was going to happen, by the way. Thank you, JD. And it wasn't a big deal. If you'd have kept it forever, you kept it forever. So it wasn't. I'm mad at you, J Dizzle. No. I am mad at you.
He doesn't know how to use it anyway. So.
Ooh, wow, sting.
What? You do?
Oh, I thought you were talking about JD.
No, JD knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about you. Giving it back to you when accomplish anything. You know, you can have all the tools in the world, but if you don't know how to wield it, it's not going to help you. So anyway, moving off of that was the key, right? That I have a Bonavita pour over. I like it as well. I think you'll extend the life of the kettle. Of course, it has a heating element, and that eventually will fail. And I think the calcium buildup and the mineral buildup on that element or right around that element cause it to overheat and fail sooner. So the better the water you can use, the longer it might live.
Yeah.
For the most part, I recommend them. I don't have any personal experience, that would say no or not to recommend it.
Yeah.
So that's that. Hey, Jake, have you been doing any shipping lately?
I have. So,
what have you been shipping?
Books. Lots of books. Well, today I got 2 books going out and 2 coffees.
2 books, 2 coffees. It's a good balance.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. So, some of you know that Manny G is a superhero. He's also a listener to the show. He was on episode 50, and he also...
Pretty much a legend.
Pretty much a coffee legend. During the day, he is an unassuming USPS mail handler, handling your mail with his strong, confident hands on it. And that's a good thing. You want that.
Very much so.
But at night, he transforms into a life-saving coffee mentor of sorts. Not only is he roasting on an ILEO, he is drinking, he is loving people, serving his family, and helping us. And so, after I spent a couple $100 shipping out books, priority mail, $7 a pop, except for the ones that were going overseas, those were 20 something. He says, "Hey, are you guys not shipping those books out via media mail? I think it's less than $3 a pound."
I almost was hoping you didn't see that comment. I thought it was great.
So
media mail.
Oh,
what are you talking
since
about?
then, not just that, but I have probably been the closest to a breakdown, a nervous breakdown. Like, I always thought that depression is only in people's minds. I now know
it's alive and well.
There are physiological responses to mental stress, to emotional stress.
It's situational
Stress. And I experienced it. And I don't want to get too deep into it. Maybe we'll talk about it later. My mental health has always kind of been in question. But I had stomach aches for 2 days straight, and I could not get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I felt like my chest was
tight.
Yeah. Like it was
restricted breath.
Restricted.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It felt like I was doing jujitsu and somebody was mounted on me, a good strong mount.
Yeah. Low center of gravity.
On my
flexible.
chest
Yeah.
and driving their hips down and suffocating me. That's what it felt like for 2 days. And so what do you do when that happens in jiu-jitsu? Well, you breathe, you relax.
You shrimp.
You shrimp and you fight your way out. So what do you do now? Well, you breathe, you relax, you pray, and then you get back to work. And I feel exercise really helps.
Yeah, it's a good
exercise.
You need to fatigue the body a little bit so that it can stop focusing
and just slap yourself out of it.
And sometimes you need to have a real chat too with somebody.
And Mike he's probably had more chats in the last couple of days with me than,
Get off the floor, buddy.
Okay.
Get up.
So media mail. I've sent 1 book now via media mail.
Okay.
Everyone up to this point has enjoyed priority mail shipping for their books.
Oh no.
Because I didn't know that media mail even existed.
What is media mail?
Well, you can ship books and CDs and media, a list of media, and it's cheaper and it takes longer to get there.
Yeah.
But it's its own category. But
it still gets there.
It still gets there. And the post office reserves the right to open it up and make sure that it's media.
Oh, nice.
But it's only like a couple of bucks, $2 something.
Which it's an envelope though, right?
Well, you have to provide your own shipping. So you have to use your own envelopes. Your own shipping
Your own
materials.
packaging?
That's the thing.
Gotcha.
But if you have envelopes or Tyvek mailers like I do, then it's not a problem. And even if you want a little more padding, you can put them in, the priority mail envelopes and then stick them in there.
Is there a size restriction? Could you send here's a box of books? Or is it
no?
There's got to be some limitation.
No, because they measure it by pound. It's by weight as well.
It's still by weight.
It's still by weight.
But it's a discounted rate.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So it's a discounted rate for specific items. And yeah, you can close, but the door's open. You can close the door.
Looking in the door.
Oh, is there somebody there? Yeah. Nope.
They went away.
Okay. So, sorry. Yes, we get fans here at the office all the time.
We'll sign autographs
all
later.
the time at the studio.
Please wait out
at
front.
the studio. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a very expensive lesson. Kind of painful.
But not for you, because you now know if you ever have to give away 100 books, use media mail.
Use media mail.
Thanks, Manny.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. In hindsight, I think the error was not in that you did not use media mail, but we didn't consult our expert first and say...
Yeah, but remember, Manny was he was on the dark web at that time. you know what I mean? He went off the grid, so to speak.
He went, we lost him for a little bit.
Manny was just off the grid, that's all.
No, but he would have, even if it wasn't Manny, just asking, maybe the post office. Hey, I got all this to ship.
You can't talk to people at the local post office.
You can't have a conversation. So what do you think? Anyhow, now you guys know. And Jake, you're probably going to use that shipping method for the rest. So that's still good.
Yeah, but there's not. I mean, they're almost all gone.
Well,
you know what I mean?
A couple.
There's a couple.
So our next item we wanted to discuss, we have people, frequently ask us, hey, what brewer do you recommend? And sometimes people are like, I need convenience in the morning, so I want a batch brewer. What do you recommend I buy to up my coffee game? Right? How do I get a better cup while still being keeping, consistency in line while not spending too much time? Basically, they're saying, I don't think I have time for a pour over. I don't have time to do a manual single cup brew. I want something with an auto. But oftentimes the conversation goes to, well, what kind of grinder are you using? And a lot of times they're either not grinding fresh or they're using a whirly blade. Or in some rare cases, they're using a blender. Those people, we usually just stop the conversation there. And we say, you know what? I'm sorry. We thank you for reaching us, but we can't help you.
Yeah.
No, we don't. I guess blenders might work all the same like a whirly blade. Who knows? But anyway, the key being is that really the grinder is probably more important than upping your brewer. And sometimes the conversation goes, well, I have enough to buy one. I'm willing to invest in one item. Got $100, $150, whatever. What should I get? And more often than not, we grinder. Get the grinder.
Here's the thing. The reality of it is this. You can get a Hario V60 for $5.
You can find, a manual brewer. Exactly. And that's where I was going to go with it.
You can find a manual brewer for $5 to $6. $6 plus. Get the grinder.
Exactly.
Get the grinder.
Your money, there's a greater return on your investment when you put it into the grinder.
Yes.
Because the brewers can come.
Yes.
And it can even take, because a lot of times people have a decent coffee pot. Keurig's aside, right? A decent coffee pot. It's got a shower head.
It's not a coffee pot.
It's got a brewer. Well,
it's not a coffee pot.
The new one is. You can brew a whole carafe and keeps it hot for 15.6 minutes.
Wow.
In scientific studies. But I think they'll be pleasantly surprised. That and the water. Two simple things you can do and go, wow, this is tasting much better. Of course, it all depends on the coffee you're using. We're making some assumptions here. But wait, are you shopping?
Stainless steel server. Look at how beautiful that is.
Ooh, by Hario.
That
is slick.
You throw that on and then you serve them in a warm.
It's not eligible for Prime though.
Well, it's $62.
Well, I know price doesn't matter to you.
No, it doesn't.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
So that's kind of where we recommend to you. Sometimes I hesitated in getting a decent grinder because it just seems like a lot of money spent on something, I don't know. It doesn't make the coffee. It's not the brewer. It's not the fun part. It's just grinding it.
Yeah, but it's it's an important
really
part.
Does
but
make
I
a difference.
think that you can get a good hand grinder for $30.
Better, yes.
You can get something decent.
Better than an electric $60 whirly blade.
In fact, for $100, I'm looking at it right now on Amazon. You can get the Hario V60 kettle brewer set and coffee mill grinder. You've got the V60, a vessel to brew in, the hand grinder, the coffee mill, the skirtin or whatever. Skirtin. Let me see. Where's it? Skirtin. Where's it at?
You can
get it for $100. Now,
That's still manually making your cup.
You still got to manually
Going
make your
back to
coffee.
what you're saying, if you want something better, you got to put in some work.
Skirting.
Now, there are easier ways. To that point,
Skirting. Yeah, hard
I
roll
would
skirting.
say,
Ceramic.
yeah.
It's skirting.
It's skirting.
It's skirting.
You got that skirting around
That's what
here?
that's called. That's called that skirting.
You got the black skirting?
Yes. Well, it only comes in black. Skirting.
That's what you think.
You've seen the skirting in something besides black?
Well, there's a Hario VIP members only club. Are you a part of that?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
First rule is I can't talk about it. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Huh.
But I would recommend if you're someone that wants to start down that path, but you're not yet making, single cups, pour overs, enjoying that, try the Clever. I think the Clever is probably the easiest way that you can experiment with it, and it's convenient. You know what I mean?
I haven't been talking much about the Clever. And I think you're right. The Clever is a good place for folks to start. Very hard to mess up. You're right. The Hario V60s takes a little
more involved.
More involved.
Sure.
But the Clever is good.
It's you just add the water, let it sit, and put it on the cup. It's kind of like a French press in that respect. You don't have to do much, but then cleanup is just a matter of dumping the filter.
The AeroPress, though. The AeroPress is good.
It's another good one.
What's nice about the AeroPress and the Clever is you don't have to have a special kettle. Like if your mom had, this old tea kettle that you just throw on the stove.
You don't need a swan.
You don't need a swan neck kettle.
Little dribbler. No, you're right.
You can just use a regular kettle.
That's what I do at the in-laws. I bring it and I use their kettle.
Yeah.
But I bring a gallon of third wave water, so I might as well bring.
You might as well bring your Bonavita like we did to Las Vegas. We drove to Las Vegas. We brought 3 bags of coffee gear.
Walking through the lobby.
What are all
these
Rio?
Walmart bags? Oh, it's our coffee gear.
It's coffee gear.
Yeah.
No, we had some in Trader Joe's as well. We had some Trader Joe's plastic paper.
I don't know
bags.
what we had.
But we were a mess. We said, "Can I carry your coffee gear for you?" No.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch it.
No.
Can't touch this.
It's funny. Everyone's laughing at us as we carry it in. But then in the morning,
when they're lined up for that Starbucks, they were mean mugging us.
Jake and I were up looking out the beautiful, window, the view.
Yeah.
Enjoying our nice pour over.
Well, not the same room. We met up after.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. No problem.
Good job.
Thank you.
So anyway, check out the Clever and a grinder.
Yeah.
There's some good grinders. We're working on it. We're always looking. Jake and I have got some in the works.
Yes.
We're trying to find the best grinder at the best price.
Yes.
And for us, that's, under $100. If we can find one for $50, that's kind of like the ultimate goal.
There's these new things, and I talked about it in the Daily Ristretto, but Daily Coffee News says that this company called Brim is back. And I guess they used to be a popular company in the 60s and the 80s. They had a tagline, "Fill it to the rim with Brim."
Oh, nice.
That was the name. That was their tagline. Now they want you to brew like an artisan. And you can see they got the Bonavita Swan Neck kettle. And it's just, you could take that photo and put it anywhere.
Yeah, especially like in a McDonald's ad.
In a McDonald's ad, exactly. So it's cool. What I like about it is I don't like the pour over kit. I don't think they're doing anything special there. But this one right here, the Brim Electric Handheld Burr Grinder, that guy, $70.
It's electric handheld. Wow.
Electric
There's another
handheld,
one. Loom.
$70.
Loom is another one.
How much is the Loom?
I want to say it might still be on Kickstarter. But the Loom was cool because it was also a light. So you could light things up.
We should take a look at Loom. There's also the Brim Conical Burr Grinder, $99.99. It looks like
nice.
The Breville BCG 450 XL, but I couldn't find
the
that.
XL, huh?
XL. I don't think it's there no more, but I think it's older. I don't think they have them on Amazon any longer.
So if you guys are aware of
currently unavailable Conical Burr Grinder.
Good grinders at entry-level prices that people new to specialty wanting to try it out, but not wanting to commit, a lot of money.
Well, here's the deal. I saved money buying mine, but I bought mine so that we would have 2 different grinders. Wait. You bought the Baratza Encore, and it's $139.
First, I bought
brand new.
I bought the Compresso. No, the I think Ghostly had the same one for a bit.
The Cuisinart? I like hearing Ghostly say Cuisinart.
No, it
Cuisinart?
was
I can't even make fun of Ghostly properly.
Caprese?
Caprese.
I don't think it was a Cuisinart, so maybe not.
Caprese is a salad.
Bed Bath & Beyond sells it.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Check it out.
Oh.
It was decent. But it wasn't Baratza decent.
Yeah.
So I upgraded. Anyhow, we're on the hunt.
We're on the hunt. Always on the hunt for grinders. Good grinders and good drippers. Whether they're pour-overs or, immersion, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our conversation about that topic.
Yes.
The other thing, moving right along, some resources. Just this morning, there was a video posted today or yesterday by Mill City. If you're not familiar with Mill City, they are a company that sells roasting equipment. But they also see themselves as more than that, and I would tend to agree. In this video, which was their president, Steve Green, he kind of addressed a few different things. But within it, he made a statement that said something to the effect that, hey, we're not just selling roaster equipment, but we're kind of see ourselves as like a little incubator for these new companies.
For small businesses.
As a resource.
To help
you.
Small businesses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this video that will be linked in the show notes, I think it's a great video. Whether you're into roasting or not, it's just, I thought it was done well with a sense of humor, and it kind of cut through some noise about starting a coffee company from their perspective. And I think it's called, I got it right here, Don't Get Burned Buying Bad Coffee, Roaster Advice.
We'll throw a link in these show notes, and then also the link is in the show notes for the Daily Ristretto episode 200 as well.
Yeah. So I sent it to you. You thought it was worth talking about it. I thought it was worth mentioning again, just because I thought it was a good video, and I think they did well. The entertainment
value alone is worth your time.
Yeah.
Steve Green does his best impersonation of Newsweek talking to Donald Trump. And that alone, regardless of your political affiliation, is worth your time.
But the information's good. And the perspective is good. And I think it's things from our point of view that we've enjoyed. Because we've wrestled with how much money do we invest? How big of a roaster do we buy? Well, they say, unless you buy a 10 kilo, you ain't doing nothing.
You're wasting your time.
And he's got a little different point of view. And I think it's right on. So check it out.
Agreed.
Not only that, they have many other good videos.
What was ironic, though, maybe, and I talked about this a little bit in the Daily Ristretto. He says he's got a 3-step process for starting a roasting business. I think it's roast or buy the roaster you can afford.
Yeah, the biggest
buy the biggest roaster you can afford.
Yeah.
Sell coffee.
Yeah.
Repeat.
If
at some point that doesn't work out, sell the roaster and to go to something different.
Yeah.
It was kind of ironic because the roaster that we first bought was made with proceeds from other things that we sold.
Yeah.
That didn't work out. And Bitcoin mining, power supplies and whatnot.
Let's sell these.
We did that. We did just that.
Yeah.
Wasn't working? Sell them. Buy something different. Do something different. But he also called it the Baymore.
Yeah, Joe Bain.
I thought it was Beam. I thought it was B-more.
I think it's Beam. And I think it's
Beam?
B-more.
B-more?
But it could be
Baymore. That brought up took my mind down a whole different direction.
Right? Betamax from Big Hero 6.
Baymax is his name.
Oh, it's not Beta?
No,
that was Beta.
Baymax.
Even better.
Big Hero 6.
Is that where you went with it?
Yes.
That's where I went with it.
Yes, he should be roasting.
He should. He should have like a built-in roaster in his tummy.
Yeah. Like he could have different profiles loaded into his heart there.
You look down. Let me make you some coffee.
Yeah. Telling you, could we get Baymax as a
Baymax?
Was it a mascot for Baymore? B-more.
Baymax.
I liked B-more. Like you can be more than you currently are now. You can be more.
I think it is. I don't know. I think that was the play they were going for, but maybe not. But it's not spelled that way.
What's his last name? B-E-H-M.
Yeah.
Beam. Bame. But Steve's got to know more than we do.
Yeah, he probably met the guy.
He probably knows him. That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's only fitting that we mispronounced the name. And another individual whose name we mispronounced
Scott Rao.
Many episodes. Is Mr.
The Scott Rao coffee legend.
Yes. He's also got some interesting resources as of late that I recommend if you have not already seen on Instagram. He's got a little segment doing tips of the day. And it kind of goes from brewing to roasting to various different topics in the coffee world. And he puts out a tip, kind of backs it up with his experience and a lot of times his scientific, research or measuring stuff, TDS, refractometers, all the above. Or maybe it's just opinion, but it's worked well for him. Yeah. And then he has conversations. And it seems like a great place to pick up some good information and meet other people and discuss coffee and making better coffee.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it.
Brew tip of the day.
Brew tip of the day. Well, it's just tip of the day. But
the Scott Ray.
He did get into the brew.
Coffee tip of the day.
Yeah, he did get into some brew tips, though. So it's good stuff. I thought it was cool. All for free. Yeah. You just have to buy $1,000 smartphone.
Perfect.
And sign up for $100 monthly plan. But the rest is free. The app is free for now.
Yeah. Instagram. And you have to look at our ads. And maybe buy something. Do we run Instagram? We don't run that many Instagram ads, do we?
No, I've done a couple just for fun.
Yeah.
It's like boost for $5. Reach 10,000 people.
Man.
That sounds like a winner.
They're going to love what you're doing. They're going to love what they're doing, and they're going to fall over themselves, trip over themselves, trying to fight to give you money.
It's good stuff.
If you buy a 15-kilo roaster from us,
we will show you. It was good. That was good.
It was really good.
Good job,
really good.
Steve.
Check it out. Yeah.
Check it.
Check it out.
Did you want to discuss, or is it still too painful, your adventures in latte art?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about our trip to press first.
Well, we can go into that because they're tied together because their latte art was pretty amazing.
On point. Everything was on point.
On point.
Cortados, on point. Mochas, on point.
They had
the Chemex. Did you do? You did the Chemex for your Ethiopian?
No.
What did you do? Kalita?
I did the Kalita.
You did the Kalita.
I requested the Kalita.
The Kalita for pour over. On point. Everything on point. Everything they do is on point.
Yeah, it was good.
Blueberry muffin was okay. I don't know where they get their muffins from, but I don't think they make them. But it was okay.
No, probably not.
Yeah, the muffin was all right.
It wasn't the best. But the cortado.
Let's talk about the cortado.
It's
just perfect.
Do you know what a cortado is?
I do know what a cortado is.
Tell me what a cortado is.
Well, it's a drink that you can buy at a coffee shop.
Oh, like a flat white.
Like a flat white. What's a flat white? Oh, you don't know what a flat white is. Precious.
What do you know what a latte is? Let's start there and work backwards.
Well, it's 1/3 coffee, 1/3 milk, 1/3 foam, and 1/3 air. No, I think
it's not entirely true.
They had 4/3 there.
The cup comes into play a little bit too.
So a cortado is, and depending on I think kind of where you go, it's either a 1-to-1 ratio or a 1 to 1.5 ratio of espresso to milk.
Yeah,
and so it's microfoam steamed milk, which is where many of us run astray, and it doesn't have any sweeteners or syrups or anything like that in it. So it's just espresso and milk, and it's served in like a 4.5 ounce glass. Gibraltar glass, or
others hate that word.
Libby makes a Gibraltar glass.
And that's when you know you've crossed over into the snobdom.
Snobdom.
Welcome to snobdom.
Welcome to snobdom. May I please offer you a Gibraltar? But Not Neutral makes the cortado glasses that I use because they're smoked color. I think they look cooler than the clear. But I don't remember where I saw them first. But
probably in your dreams.
I saw them in my dreams. And so I wanted to start trying to make it at home. And I think I was putting 2 shots. But then we talked to them about their espresso.
Yeah, their recipe.
Their recipe for espresso was 19 in, 32.5 out.
Yeah.
Which is more ristretto than what I'm rocking on the Breville at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
On the Breville,
considerably.
What I'm rocking is like 16 in and like 52 out or something along those lines.
You've been following the recommendations, I think, of
Scott Rao.
Right? In the Barista's Handbook.
Scott Rao was talking about a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you do 16 grams in, you should be shooting for 48 grams out.
Really?
On espresso.
But you do more than that.
Well, it depends.
So you don't follow.
I'm about 50. I'm between 48 and 50.
So you're close.
I'm close there. Sometimes it's a little more. Sometimes it's a little less. You know, I'm trying to dial beans.
Sometimes it's all in the cup.
I'm
Sometimes I miss the cup. Yeah, I'm with you.
The first time I tried it, I was putting too much coffee in. And then I was just little room for a little bit of milk. It's almost more like a macchiato.
Yeah.
Where it was espresso stained with, milk. But that doesn't mean that I can't continue to try and dial in the espresso better on the Breville.
Yeah.
But
that hasn't been the hard part.
That hasn't been the hard part. What's been the hard part is getting a good, consistent microfoam throughout the milk.
Yeah.
So I can get, warm milk, no problem.
That's good. I like warm milk.
I can get kind of traditional cappuccino foam where you've got a lot of
very thick, floats on the top.
Yeah, floats on the top, and then there's warm milk underneath it.
A nice little warm support. But
to get good solid microfoam has been challenging.
Yeah.
And I've tried, more milk, less milk.
Different milks?
Cold milk, good milk, bad milk, naughty milk. I was running those streets at 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday night for Saturday, trying to get some of this milk, maybe that it would steam a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
Also found, milk that stayed home and did its homework properly. You know what I mean?
So
fresh milk,
old
milk, sour milk, buttermilk, oat milk. No, I'm just teasing. But I've tried different milks.
Have you tried soy? Almond?
Nah.
Barista?
No, that's nastiness. I'm not going to drink that anyways. What am I going to do with it? Steam it, then throw it out?
You take a picture. You go, look, I did it.
Nailed it.
No, I don't know if it's any better. You've tried. And there's others out there that have said it's possible. You've seen it.
Yeah.
From the same machine.
From the Breville Barista
But it
Express.
seems quite challenging.
Seems
more than it ought to be.
Well,
you should have stumbled upon a successful...
And I've watched the videos,
steam.
I've read the articles, and I try the different methods.
He tries.
I try. So, Scott will tell you the tip of the wand right below the milk level till you get to 100 degrees, and then insert like a centimeter, 2 more, and then go to 140 to 160 degrees. Some people say, well, it doesn't matter where the wand is inside the liquid. Blue Bottle says this. The only thing that matters is the vortex. You got to get the swirling vortex of terror going.
What about the jet plane?
Once you get the swirling vortex of terror, you're going to be good to go. There's also those who say, well, go through to the tip, and then as soon as the sound changes, you go deeper in.
Yeah.
And then you wait for the airplane to take off. Yes. Yeah.
That's it.
Now you know your milk is
Cortado time.
Cortado time. Latte time. So, it's been challenging.
Not for Jake. Not for Jake.
Don't know. I mean, I'm not a professional. I mean,
no. But you haven't even succeeded once. You did get some good foam this last go about.
I've had good foam.
It just doesn't give a consistent cortado, a nice texture, and
I've had good flavor.
But
I haven't had the proper texture.
Determined. In
all
making
the way through.
A cortado, you have to have that texture.
Yeah.
It's just not a good shot of espresso with, good cream or good foam. It has to all mix well. And it gives you one of my favorite, if not the most favorite, espresso milk-based drinks. Something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the solution is. Keep trying. Give up. Wait till something decent comes along. I don't know.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we had a good time at press.
Yeah.
They have some fancy chairs out front.
They do.
That kind of roll about.
They do. Apparently you can't fall over in those chairs.
No, you're not.
So they're
like a thimble with a top.
Yeah. It's like in a big grassy area, grassy knoll.
Yeah. Okay. It's on the lawn.
Yeah, on the lawn. There's this thimble with a poker in the middle. I don't even know how to explain it.
Everybody knows.
But you
They're
can
these fancy chairs.
I've never seen them before. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that.
I know. I think we should tell the story. I'm like, oh, look, there's those chairs. We're going to try them out before we leave. He's like, no, I think that's like lawn art. That's like a sculpture. You don't sit in those.
It's got to be something.
I'm like, no, you sit in those and they rock. They like roll.
And I said, no, you're going to sit in those and fall over. And I said, no.
You will not fall over.
You
Trust
will not fall
the
over.
chair.
They do not fall over.
Trust the chair. And you go around in this circle. And you go like this. And around. And around.
Well, and you can see pictures of Mike on Vero.
Oh, I'm on Vero?
Yeah.
And you go around and around. And you can drink coffee while you're doing it, too.
And I don't know if I'm on Instagram with any of those pictures of you. Although I probably should put some on Instagram.
I haven't seen them. But you have to trust the chair, and you can't be Jacob Goebel. And you won't tip over.
Yeah.
Because if you don't trust it, or you are Jake, you'll probably flip it. And those around you will regret not recording it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got on that.
They're dangerous.
They're not.
They ought not to be out there. As I was trying to maneuver this chair and go around in a circle.
You weren't moving your legs right.
I tipped over, fell over onto the grass. Now, you might say, as Mike
just
just
collared
said,
shirt and a tie.
You weren't doing it right.
What's wrong with you?
Okay. Should a chair come with instructions?
Not these.
Should there have to be instructions on there?
I bet you if we were to bring your kids, they would have it figured out in 10 seconds.
And you don't think Obi would fall over?
What? Do I think Obi would? That's a good question. I think it's a trick question, truthfully. Obi, okay, here's the answer. No and yes. No, he would not fall over because he would figure out how to do it right away. Yes, because he would want to tip it over because that would be even more fun. Right? Did I nail it? Obi would be like, I got this.
Yeah.
Now let's see how far we can push it.
Yeah.
And then he would take it to the edge and over.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you did.
I did.
Maybe you're like, let me see.
I did. That's exactly what it was.
Let me flip this chair.
Yeah, let me flip this.
They're popular in these new fancy office settings.
Popular.
I'm told.
Popular. It is interesting because we definitely don't fit in at these
Well, we're wearing a tie.
At these places, except for the fact that we are there shirt and tied up, knotted up, as it were.
Yeah. And we're taking pictures of our coffee.
So we kind of fit right in. But some lady all fancied up was waiting for us to leave.
Yeah, we were taking up prime real estate.
I guess.
They
prime
had
real estate.
Prime. Well, she had a whole bucket full of, like champagne and glasses, and they were going to have some type of meeting.
Yeah.
We needed to move. We need to get out of there. I didn't know they were eyeing that spot until you got up, and then I got up to leave, and then I realized, oh, wait, I'm not quite ready. And so I made this motion where I got up and I sat back down, but it was just enough to trigger that lady's response. Oh, they're getting up, go. And she had to
go. Make your move now.
Do a quick 360 and pretend, oh, I wasn't going there. It's like when you go to shake someone's hand and they're like, oh, they're not. Oh, I'm just fixing my hair. No, I wasn't going to shake your hand. No, I'm cool.
No.
You're cool. I'm cool. Yeah. No, I don't want your spot. Chill. Stay. And then before we were even out the door, they were already setting up.
Yeah, they were set up. And it's like you could have set up at all kinds of different tables, or you could have just told us that you were waiting for us to leave, and we would have probably taken off because we were just chilling.
We were just
hanging out.
They were so close. They were close enough to hear our conversation, and I'm sure they're like, these guys aren't even talking business.
Yeah.
They're using this business table, and they're talking about their coffees, and they're talking about the milk, and they're talking about grams in and grams out, and we got a business to run.
Yeah.
And they're in our spot.
Yeah. But
then we went outside and played with the chairs.
But here's the deal. The guy making our espresso, he was still cool to talk about espresso with us, no matter what.
He enjoyed it.
He was cool.
It's nice. Yeah. It's nice when you encounter somebody that's into their craft and happy to serve. And that's what we're about. And we hope that's what you're about.
Yes.
So take that with you for the rest of the week. And until next time, or until Jake decides to do a ristretto, we'll talk to you then.
And until then, you can connect with us on the new Vero app, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Or you can throw comments in the show notes at orangecactuscoffee.com/episode 108. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.